In Part 5, information about your residence. First, enter your current home address in Section A. In Section B is a space to enter different mailing address. If your home address is an insecure place at which you receive mail, next is Section C. Oh my god, my page got stuck. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, question C. Section C. You will need to enter all your previous address for this form, the N-400, for the past 5 years, from most recent to the longest ago. So you put the most recent on top, and the one that is most longer, like more is older, you will put it in the bottom. One of the main purposes of this section is to make sure that you are disqualified from applying for citizenship right now. I mean, not disqualified. You're not disqualified. Sorry, guys. Let me repeat this. One of the main purposes of this situation is to make sure that you are not disqualified from applying for citizenship right now because you haven't spent too much time abroad. Okay. Sorry for the confusion. I don't want you guys to get confused. I'm trying to help you guys out, not to get confused. So if you are not subscribed, guys, please subscribe to our channel for you could be informed for most actual forms, news of immigration, or other tools that will help you throughout your case procedure. Okay, and if you haven't activated the notification bell, activate that notification bell. It's very easy. Just give that bell a click for you can receive notification when I upload new videos. Give a thumbs up, give us a like when you watch this video. If you like the video, comment below if you have any questions or concerns to be able to understand the form or anything, any information that we provide. Remember to watch the full video. So let's go to part 6. Information about your parents. Your answers to this question could result you're saving a lot of time and effort. If you happen to have parents who are U.S. citizens, there's a chance by transmitting their citizenship to you automatically. Whether this occurs depends on your various factors such as your date of birth, how long your parents lived in the U.S., and whether one or both of them were citizens. And if they pass on their citizenship to you, you need to not fill out the N-400 but can claim your citizenship in other ways. Let's go to part 7. Biographic information. Fill in this information honestly, please. Okay? USCIS uses to figure out whether you have criminal records. If you're caught lying, it will raise serious questions about your credibility and what you are hiding. If you do not believe you fit into any of these categories, choose the one that most is close to you. For example, race in question 2. On the race, people in Latin America or Hispanic background often end up choosing white or black. Okay? Also, about talking about race, we do in this, I do in this channel both languages, English and Spanish. So for our Spanish speakers and for English speakers, we have the form in both of the languages. So if you have family members that are trying to do their immigration care and they speak Spanish, we have this in Spanish, okay? Or friends or anyone that you need to share the channel with, we have Spanish also videos, okay? If you have criminal history, it's like to come to light regardless. USCIS will separately check your fingerprints against various law enforcement databases. If you have reason to believe that USCIS will turn up negative information, it's check of your records. By all means, consult an immigration lawyer. In part 8, it's information about your employment and schools that you have attended. Okay? Here you must give details about where you went to school or worked for the last 5 years. If you cannot remember something from years past, put as much information as you can remember. If you have gone through periods of unemployment, unpaid work, self-employment, disability, retirement, or taking care of your home or children, list these two as well. Include any time you spend working in the U.S. illegally before you can go to get your green card, but make sure that it matches the information on your green card application form. What if you spent all the past 5 years not working but had a job before that? It's a good idea to leave that job in question too. In part 9, time outside the United States. You will need to prove that you spend the required minimum amount of time in the U.S. in the years leading up to filing Form N-400 and that you visit outside the United States, including to Canada and Mexico. as well as my other countries, did not last too long. If you cannot determine the information, enter as much as you can. For example, I give you guys an example. Okay? Some people might write in the space or an attachment page something like, I crossed the border into Canada to spend time with my father approximately once a month for the last 6 years. Most of the visits were 2 days long, except for the visits at Chinese New Year when I usually stay for 5 days. Or you can put approximately, approx, in abbreviation in front of the date to indicate that it's an approximate date that you have best estimate of this date. In the part 10, information about your marital history, this section raises questions for many applicants. For example, let's go to question 8. Question 8. It's a source of confusion, this question, okay? It asks how many times your current spouse has been married. The key is to understand that your current marriage counts as adding this up. So for instance, if your spouse has been married twice before you answer 3 here. Another common concern in the question about your spouse's immigration status, particularly, is your spouse is living in the U.S. after illegal entry or a visa overstay. Possible answer to answer here is to include a judgment applicant. If you started the immigration process for your spouse by filing a form I-130 or simply NA, not applicable. Divorces are source of worry for some applicants. Even if the double marriage was an accident and can create a problem if you have a green card as a result of his latest marriage, after discovering this, USCIS will take steps or not only deny your citizenship. Okay, so USCIS could take steps to not also deny your citizenship. Okay, they make this aware. But remember your status as a green card holder if you find yourself in such a situation, see an immigration lawyer. Okay. In part 11, information about your children. Most of the section is self-explanatory as stated in the N-400 instructions. Okay. However, you must list every one of your children regardless of whether they are alive, missing, or deceased. In either other later 2 cases, you will enter missing or deceased in the first line of the address. Okay. Born in the other countries or in the United States, younger or older than 18 years old, married or unmarried, living with you or elsewhere, stepsons, stepdaughters not legally adopted, or born out of wedlock. If you neglect the mention to show your child on your citizenship application and then come back later with a petition to immigrate the child, and USCIS may suspect that you're committing a fraud. So help someone else's child to get that green card. Okay, let's go to part 12. Additional information about you. This question has to do with you, your basic eligibility for citizenship, in particular your moral character and the amount of time you have lived in the United States with a green card. If your answer to any of the question is yes, with a few exceptions discussed this below, you are at risk for your application being denied, and see a lawyer. In question 5, which asks whether you are legally incompetent or have been confined to a mental institution does not represent an absolute bar to citizenship. It does raise the question, however, of whether you are able to understand and therefore take an oath of allegiance required to a citizenship. If not, a disability waiver could help you overcome this hurdle, but definitely get help from an attorney. In question 9, it's particularly important yet confusing so many applicants. There's no need to feel listing your membership in volunteer, charitable, or community organizations such as social club, union, church group, PTA, volunteer scope, and so forth. These activities demonstrate your good moral character, and you must prove good moral character in order to be approved for its U.S. citizenship. But it's a different story if you belong to a group that advocates work, communism, violence, terrorism, or other perceived threats to the U.S. of its you were involved to Nazi activities, or in Germany, even if you don't mention this in question 9, various of this question on this form are designed to elicit the information. Okay, if you belong to a group that might fit only this later description, consult an immigration lawyer before going further. As for the date of your membership, it's okay to write approximately in front of the date, like approx in abbreviation, if you can remember exactly. If you became a permanent resident through a claim for asylum or refugee status and you check yes to any of these questions in this section, you might want to consult an immigration attorney before going any further in this form or the case. Depending on the exact fact pattern, it's possible that you could undermine your underlying claim to asylum or refugee status. For example, if you answer let's go to question 16. Oh, sorry. Wait. I went too far. Sorry, guys. Let me go back. There you go. Question 16. Okay, let's go. As you can see, I went to up. I don't want to confuse you guys. Sorry. My scroll down, it went up. So, in question 16, to say that you worked in a forced labor camp, this could, if this information wasn't already dealt with you an asylum claim, reveal that you are ineligible for asylum as a persecutor of others. For question 22. Question 22, which asks whether you commit any crime for which you weren't arrested, your answer is expected to be yes. If you have been used, manufactured, or sold marijuana, even in states where such actions were legal. Notice that the many questions 20 through 28 about your criminal history are quite broad. In fact, you will need to mention any arrest of immigration authorities such as Immigration and Customs Enforcement known as ICE, as well any traffic ticket that you have received. You will also need to supply documentary evidence showing the outcome of the criminal case. That doesn't mean that every crime will result being denied citizenship. Traffic stop or tickets ordinarily will not disqualify someone who naturalizing, and USCIS are not unlike with other crimes. Require you to submit documentary evidence showing the outcome of you receive only a traffic fine, or if you were not arrested and the other penalty was a fine less than $500 and or points on your driver license. Also, don't worry about listing parking tickets there in this form, just in incidents that happen while you were behind the wheel of a vehicle. But you should consult an immigration attorney for anything small, serious on your criminal record. Okay, let's go for 30C. It's another one that trips of applicants who have involved in marijuana industry in states where it's legal is being considered federal offense and barred for the U.S. citizenship. In 30F, be aware that even helping a family member to enter or try to enter the U.S. is illegally must be answered with yes and is a crime. On question 31, remember that U.S. government includes immigration authorities if therefore you were provided false information, a green card, visa, or other such application, you need to answer yes here. Remember to subscribe to my channel, activate notification bell to receive notifications when I upload new videos, like, comment below, and share. Have a blessed day.